upside every time I fill up. I've already made around $200-300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code TODAY to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code TODAY for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code TODAY for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
The Severe Weather Station. News Radio 1040 WHO. From the WHO Traffic Center.
I-235, 7 minutes downtown from either Mixmaster. Westbound on 8035, 12 from the East Mixmaster to the West Mix. No slowdowns on Highway 141. And if you're in Ankeny, I-35 northbound from the East Mix to Northeast 36th Street is 8 minutes. With Des Moines' most frequent traffic all day on News Radio 1040 WHO, I'm Nathan Fisher.
This report is sponsored by the Iowa State Fair. Sweeten your summer with Fair Sweet Fair, August 7th through the 17th. The Iowa State Fair celebrates top-notch entertainment, agricultural experiences, and thrill rides. Don't miss out on the fun. Visit iowastatefair.org for more details.
iHeart's Yacht Rock Radio goes commercial-free every weekend. Enjoy the greatest 70s and 80s smooth soft rock all weekend. All commercial-free.
In 1 mile, turn left onto
Low tides, no tides. Yacht Rock Radio works anywhere. Open the free iHeartRadio app, search Yacht Rock, and make it a preset now.
It's simple. Download the iHeartRadio app and put the voice of Iowa, 1040 WHO, as your #1 preset. Then you're always 2 taps away from Iowa's best news and talk.
Showers to start our Thursday, and those give way to patchy smoke
Turn left
from the
onto Jewel Avenue.
wildfires, a high of 77 and an overnight low of 56. More smoke on Friday with a high of 77 and cooling off overnight, a low of 57. Saturday, clear and a high of 76. I'm Tyler Allen.
In about 1 mile, take exit 57 onto US 63 north toward Oscaloosa.
1040 WHO.
It is 7 minutes after 11 o'clock. Good morning and welcome to the big show for your Thursday. Dwayne Murley in studio right beside Nathan and Skyler, and Bob's got the day off today. He's actually spending some time at the farm today down in just outside St. Charles, Iowa, near Winterset, and
use the
right
right
there in
lane to
Madison
take
County.
exit 57
so
onto
Bob will
US
be back
63
tomorrow.
north
In fact,
toward
Bob's on the
Oscaloosa.
road tomorrow. He is going to be over at the Iowa Speedway. Yeah, we've got a special NASCAR edition of the big show tomorrow, and then I am going to be at Titan Tire tomorrow, and I'll be with Ross Chastain, who is going to be having the Titan logo on his car at
Take
the
the
Iowa
exit.
Speedway this weekend. So I'll be at Titan Tire with Ross, and Bob's going to be over at the Iowa Speedway, and he'll have
At
a
the
full
stop sign,
slate of
turn
guests
left
as
onto
well.
Bay Avenue
so it's
West.
the NASCAR big show tomorrow, and I am really looking forward to that. Well, we are a week away from the Iowa State Fair. Yep, kicks off a week from today, and it will run for 11 days. And of course, we invite all of our listeners to stop by the Crystal Studios and say hello when you come to the Iowa State Fair. I need to let you know that we are being brought to you this morning by Hertz Real Estate Services Farmland Auction Brokerage and Evaluations. And still seeing some crop dusters fly out of the Rockville City Airport here, and
in about
I'd imagine
1.5
still
miles, turn left onto
applying
North Market Street.
fungicides and foliars, and also some helicopters and drones flying as well. And also seeing the local elevators emptying their bins out right now. I saw one of the vacs set up at one of the local elevators, and they were loading product out of that, and also seeing some semis sitting out too in farmyards, and I would imagine they're probably looking the trucks over before harvest and making sure the tires are good to go, and oil changes and all that good stuff. So also seeing some corn signs going up as well, and I would imagine at some point, not quite yet, but with probably over the next 3 weeks or so, probably start to see some field days taking place out in the field. So as we head through the month of August right into September. And the field days are always a great time to go out and peel some husks back and look at those ears of corn and so forth, and actually walk out into the bean fields. And I did want to make note too. Bob and I were talking about this earlier today. Tuesday, as you know, there was an explosion at the Horizon Biofuels plant in Fremont, Nebraska, and that's about 32 miles northwest of Omaha. And the facility produces fuel pellets for heating and smoking food and animal bedding as well. And one adult male who was employee of the plant and his 2 young daughters were killed in the explosion, and all 3 bodies were recovered last night. Now the population of Fremont's about 27,000 people, so our thoughts are certainly with the community, and not only the community but also the first responders too, because that is just tough on everybody. And to have a father and 2 young daughters killed in that explosion on Tuesday at the Horizon Biofuels plant in Fremont, Nebraska. And it took a while to actually get into the scene, and with the structure and the fire and the heat and everything going on and so forth, and to recover the bodies, and so just starting to see some of the details come out about that here over the last 24 hours or so. So our thoughts are certainly with the community of Fremont and the families, and also the first responders that responded to that scene on Tuesday. And driving around the countryside, I'm also seeing some new tires going on the gravity wagons, and that's a sure sign that harvest is around the corner. And, on Saturday, We Speak Farm Saturday, Bob does a feature with Aaron Stiles from Iowa State University, and they talk a lot about plants and flowers and gardens and all that good stuff. And my mom and dad, they sent some cucumbers home the other day when we were over in Sac
At the light, turn left onto North
really
Market
good.
Street.
They've got some cherry tomatoes too coming off one of their tomato plants, and they're an heirloom variety and really delicious, and just starting to see a lot of that garden produce right now showing up at farmers markets, and it's definitely that time of year. Now our tomato plants, they're not quite ready yet. I think we've got 1 tomato, but see a lot of blooms, so it will not be long, and we'll start to have some tomatoes as well here at our house. We don't do a full garden anymore. We used to, and when our daughter was growing up, we did a full garden, but now we just do some tomato plants along the side of the house, and they actually do quite well. So it's always a fun time of year for us, and we actually raise a lot of heirloom tomatoes, and one of our favorites is one called Cherokee Purple, and it's not a good looking tomato. There's nothing pretty about it, but I tell you, it's one of the best tasting tomatoes you'll ever find. And with those heirloom varieties, of course, they're pretty susceptible to bug damage and so forth, because there's no resistance built into the trait.
In about 1.5 miles, turn left onto Interpower Avenue.
Old school plants. So we'll have some Cherokee Purples here before long as well. It is 11:13, and we need to take a look at the 3 big things that you need to know today.
It's time for the 3 big things, sponsored by your Iowa soybean farmer and the Iowa Soybean Check-On.
3.
The Agriculture Department provided not 1, but 2 perspectives on cattle and calves and feedlots in July. Along with the monthly cattle on feed report, USDA also issued its semi-annual cattle report in July, which also offered insight into feedlot activity. USDA livestock analyst Michael McConnell explains both the similarities and differences of these 2 offerings.
The cattle report, which is a survey that encompasses basically all feedlots, the report estimated...
In 1 mile, turn left onto Interpower Avenue.
Feedlots. That compares to 13.1 million head of cattle in 2023, so about 1% less than 2 years ago. By comparison, the cattle on feed report, which also came out, that survey is just relatively larger feedlots.
2.
So in other words, while the annual July cattle report provides a comprehensive look at number of cattle in feedlots for beef production, the monthly cattle on feed report looks at feedlots with over 1,000 head of cattle. And regarding the numbers for the July edition of cattle on feed,
as of July 1st, that report estimated that we have 11.1 million head of cattle, which is about 2% less than what we had this time last year.
1.
As for the whys behind the fewer head of cattle on feedlots,